What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hey, I'm so happy to have you today. Hey, look, I was doing some research, and I found that 80% of Americans are feeling anxious and or uneasy about their current financial situation. I find that quite interesting. Today, I want to talk to you about some very powerful lessons I learned while going through my fitness and weight loss journey that, in my opinion, are 100% directly related to us being able to win with our finances so that we can live that full, abundant life that I feel like we all deserve. So, stay to the end of the video to learn a lot of these powerful lessons that I plan to talk about today. Cool? All right, let's get started. What's going on, guys, and welcome back. Hey, thank you for joining me. I wanted to tune in today and talk to you guys about how your weight loss goals, your fitness journey is honestly directly related 100% to being successful in life, living that full, abundant life that we all want, which is honestly, that's what this channel is about. One of the most powerful ways for you to essentially gain that confidence and that boost that you need to be successful truly comes from you understanding your why. That's one way. A lot of people ask me, well, why do you have a YouTube channel? And why do you talk about building wealth? Or why do you talk about finance principles? My why, essentially, is me thinking about my childhood and thinking about the resources that I lacked or didn't have. Those resources that I lacked and didn't have were directly related to good mental health, good physical health, and also good financial stability. Hey guys, be sure to hit the thumbs up if you found value in this content. Also, subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I get ready to post new content. And lastly, share this video with someone that you feel that can benefit from the information. Cool? All right, let's get it. When I think about not having those resources, but then having an opportunity to essentially climb the corporate ladder, be successful there, and meet and achieve a lot of goals that I've been looking to meet and achieve all of my life, that's where and why I started this channel. That's the first lesson. That's my why, essentially. So number 2, patience. Y'all, patience is probably one of the most important lessons that I've learned outside of all the others. This lesson was introduced to me from a fitness perspective because when you begin to work out, you're not gonna just come in, jump in and start lifting 300 pounds off the bench press on the first day you work out. If you're running, you're not gonna run a mile in 6 minutes, you know what I mean? Or 7 minutes, like some of these people in really, really good shape are gonna do. So if we transition that, we talk about things like, say, a romantic relationship. A lot of us have gone through periods. I know I've gone through this as well, and I know friends that have, where you tend to want what you want right now. You want to find your person, you want to get married right now. And I can tell you from experience that, man, you just have to have patience. And mainly because if you're rushing, you're going to find someone that's going to get sent to you that is rushed. And when I say rushed, I'm talking about this is someone who's essentially not together. Someone who doesn't have your best interests at heart, someone who may not be genuine, someone who's not truthful. And that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing today. We want someone that is a good match, someone that does have our best interests at heart. Also, from a business perspective, a lot of people expect sometimes that when they start a business that it's just gonna shoot up and you're just gonna be successful 100% very quickly. And 9 times out of 10, that's not always the case. It's hills and valleys. It's times where you receive a lot of no's. It's going to be times where you begin to receive a lot of yeses. When it comes to business, I've learned to also be patient. I tend to operate with an abundance mindset instead of a scarcity mindset. So what that means is if it comes to anything client or business related, sales, I don't push sales on people. Because when you tend to do that, you tend to get a lot of the wrong clients. In my opinion, the best businesses that thrive are the ones that are lasting, not necessarily the ones that are trying to make a quick dollar here or there. Third lesson I learned was about consistency. So going to the gym and working out, man, you gotta be consistent. We're not going to the gym, say one time throughout the week and expecting to have a six pack and expecting to really, in my opinion, really achieve those goals that you want. You really have to look yourself in the mirror sometimes. Again, go back to asking yourself what, or finding out what your why is, and then making a plan. And then the consistency piece is a piece that's gonna take you to that next level. So from a career perspective, what I've learned about being consistent, that's very important. Here's a formula that really works that can help you really be successful in your organization. So find something that's broken in your organization. You know, it could be people can't find data, or you do something very well. So find what's broken, fix that thing that's broken, and then find a way to communicate it to someone that's very important at the organization, someone that has a seat at the table already, right? So what this does is it not only will help you to get promoted, it's actually a research-based formula to help you gain power in the organization. And I mention this under consistency because this is something that can help you if you consistently do that again and again and again, right? It's just like working out. If I'm working out and I'm lifting, right? If I'm doing my chest exercise, I'm starting off small, right? And then I'm building up and doing it again, and then I'm gonna do it again and again. So another area that's been very important for me, another lesson I've learned is about practice, pace, and then performance. So this is a lesson that I learned when I started to actually invest in a trainer. And I actually started to invest in more than one trainer because I wanted to understand different elements and different layers of different workouts. I had one trainer that was very good with lifting weights and building muscle. I had another trainer that was very good at, say, building core and trimming the midsection. Once I was able to train properly and build my legs up, then I was able to, say, run a mile. Right now I run a mile, I think in about 9 minutes, 15 seconds, which for me, heck, that was what I ran a mile in high school. So that was a big accomplishment for me. I didn't start off that way, but I had to learn, I had to practice, get a good pace, and then I'm able to perform, right? I think about this same technique related to my finance. First, I need to learn about the basics for finance. So I learned how to budget, right? And after that, I learned how to save. I learned how to increase my income. Then after I learned how to increase my income, I also learned how to protect my income, because that's important too. Protecting your income, and then I learned how to grow my income with assets versus liabilities. So you're learning the knowledge behind what to do with your finances. Then you have to practice it. You have to do that constantly and consistently over and over again. And then once you're able to do that, man, that's what we're talking about, guys. That's abundance. That's where you're going to be able to take those finances to a whole nother level. All right, guys, so another lesson I learned is to set realistic goals and then update them as needed. This is a very important lesson for me as it's related to fitness because, look, you can get humbled real quick when you enter that weight room. If you're doing anything related to, I would say, squatting, running, or even lifting weights, man, you can get tired super easy. And there's only a certain amount of weight that you're going to be able to push up off you. So here's advice. Set realistic goals, set a timeline, and pay attention to how you are or aren't able to achieve them. I'm a strong proponent of setting SMART goals. For those of you who are not familiar, a SMART goal is something that's specific, something that's measurable, something that's attainable, something that's relatable, and something that is time sensitive. So very, very simple example. I am going to work out 3 times a week, at least 30 to 40 minutes per workout. So you can do the same thing with your money when it comes to saving. Let's say 20% of your income is supposed to be going to an interest-bearing account. If you've listened to me the past couple of weeks, I talk a lot about emergency fund. 20% essentially is my go-to as it's related to saving money. And if it's hard for you to save that 20%, set a smaller goal. Because again, remember, you gotta check in and make sure that it's realistic. And if it's not, let's say save $50 to $100 every month. Let's say at the end of the year, you save $1,200. Now that might not sound like a lot of money, but if we do that for the next 4 years, you almost save $5,000. So another lesson that I learned is to make good habits a way of life. I do this with just about everything, from food, so from what I eat, how I exercise. So food, I typically don't stick to a diet, right? I don't like to call it a diet because I've tried dieting a long time ago, and for me, it just doesn't work. I honestly don't even look at the scale. After a while, I stopped looking at the scale. I just knew I went hard in the gym. I learned certain exercises, and that's what I did. So when it comes to my money, I tend to operate in an abundant mindset and not a scarcity mindset. I tend to focus on what I have and live my life accordingly. I don't nickel and dime. If I don't have it, I just don't have it. But when I do have it, I don't have any problem with paying for whatever it is that needs to be paid for. I tend to think about, you know what, I may spend this money here and now it's just gonna come back. I do good things, I have a good heart, I work hard, this money's gonna come back to me. That's how I tend to think about it. If I ever hear a no anywhere in my life, I tend to think about, you know what, the no may mean not for me or not right now. Also, and lastly, I tend to focus my mind and train my mind on possibilities, infinite possibilities. I dream. And when I dream, I tend to work hard at essentially manifesting those dreams. And I have been able to manifest each and everything that I have attempted to achieve. So guys, another lesson I learned is that when it comes to you losing weight, so shedding that weight off, and also just lifting weights and getting stronger from a fitness perspective, it's also metaphorically directly correlated to you shedding off a lot of that negativity that comes or has came through your life. A lot of us have a certain level of baggage that we may or may not be very proud of, and that's okay. But what I've learned is that, man, you go hard in the gym, you start to have transformations. When I have a lot of that negative energy that's been shed off, I start to focus more on the positivity. So the positivity, again, is thinking about abundance, abundance mindset. I'm dreaming, right? But not only am I dreaming, I'm making time to manifest what I'm dreaming. Thank you for joining me again on another episode here. If you found value in this video, be sure to like it. Also, make sure you share this video with someone you think that can benefit from the information. Until then, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.